Okay, I feel pumped, just joined the Afghan police. I can't wait to meet my commander.
Tawala polisnya komandan ya. Tata rakam da polisnya komandani kaya. Tata rakam da polisnya komandan. Polis nula.
Commander, hi. Okay, he's clearly high, but as long as he is a good guy, I don't mind.
3 young boys had been shot dead on police patrol bases. All 3 of them were Chai boys. So young boys who'd been abducted by the police commanders and were used as servants. They served tea, but also sex slaves. They're raped by the police commanders.
Well, fuck! I have to report this to our supervisor, to commander of this whole region. Motherfucker! Okay, Taliban is advancing. We cannot rely on our commanders. We need to do something ourselves, boys, right? So, okay, listen up. We will just gather around, in the carpool, and take some vehicles and drive into the country, try to stop them.
All these vehicles are claimed on their monthly expenditures, so they're getting fuel and oil money for every single vehicle that you see, even though they're obviously they can't run, they can't operate.
Fuck! Can we take at least some heavy weapons, maybe some RPGs or something?
The rounds, the RPGs that are getting sold in the bazaar.
Okay, fuck it. Let's do it guerrilla style, as Taliban was doing all the time. As long as we have our own rifles, we can go on foot into the mountains, into the hills, and just bother, the crap out of them, and ultimately achieve a victory. So, yeah, guys, let's check your mic. The bastards fucking sold my ammo when I was sleeping. God damn it! So after seeing that, and believe me, there's much more. Can you blame the young men of Afghanistan that they are trying to run away? I can tell you, I would not be fighting for, well, not even my nation, because this is what a lot of people don't understand. Afghanistan is not a nation. Watch out, it's a country, it's basically arbitrary set of lines created in 19th century by, well, your favorite British Empire and, well, Russian Empire. They needed a buffer zone between Russia and India, And nobody really views themselves as really Afghani that much, they tops, we don't see themselves as Pashtun Uzbeks, and stuff like that, and basically who they view as important to them, as someone who they would be fighting for are people of their village, of their town, tops, some region around. That's about it. They simply don't view themselves as a as a nation. So it's not really surprising that they would not be fighting, that they would run, that it would collapse, the Taliban would take over. Don't blame the Afghanis, like that, because this is very important. These guys that you've seen, they would be even in their society, they would be bums, they would be losers, they would be criminals, and they would be stoned to death by Taliban. And big Uncle Sam, was like, hey, you don't like Taliban and you can hold an AK, you're good enough for us. No, basically proofing, not, these things are literally being let slide, even though they are reported. And you will probably be like, hey, so it's like the fault lies with the military of the coalition and stuff like that. No, hell no, because the footage that you've seen, that's from documentary. This is what winning looks like by Ben Anderson. It's advice. Recommend to watch it. It's all the way from 2012, by the way. And that was a brilliant scene that explains this all. Fucking politicians. Because there was basically what a US ambassade and deputy ambassador for UK, in Afghanistan, well, they went to this region, you know, like very dangerous, blah blah blah, to show how safe it is. If ambos can, you know, like visit, it must be safe. It must be great success, right? Well, they got, you know, like a briefing, and they asked questions. Hey, how's it going with Afghanis? You know, like security forces, will they be ready? Will we pull back? And blah 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 blah, all that. And they got, yeah, yes sir, you know, it is awesome, it is brilliant and stuff like that, you know, and blah 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 blah. And so now you will be like, oh, it's the military's fault, right? The reporter, you know, like Mr. Anderson, you know, like he told the ambos, hey guys, this is what you've been told, it's a bunch of, well, BS. Go ask here, Major Scuba, which, you know, if you're looking for a hero, that is a hero, that is a man of integrity. Go ask him how is it really looking like here, and he will show you, he will tell you how it really is. Well, what did they do?
And then at the end of this briefing, the helicopter out was delayed by an hour and a half. So I said to them, go and talk to Major Stuber for an hour. Just say, this won't affect your career, but go and speak to him and tell him, ask him to tell you what's really going on, just 200 meters down the road. And they said, oh, he wouldn't be open and frank with us like he is with you. And they went and had a cup of tea with their bodyguards instead. Walked back, got in the helicopter and left. But you literally walk 200 meters out of the main gate and you'll see that, you know, that's not true at all. The exact opposite is true.
So yeah, as you see, this was basically, the whole situation happened because politicians all around the world have this lovely tendency. They live in a fantasy land. They ignore how it really is on the ground, in reality, you know, like how it really works and stuff like that. Not only ignore, but they literally close their eyes from it, from the truth. Now, in regular civilian matters, you can get away with it. You know, politicians do that all the time. They lie their way out of it. They shift the blame, etc., etc., etc. They do that all the time, everywhere. In war, though, the consequences of that will catch up with you very soon. Do not put all the blame on these, you know, like young Afghans, you know, like that are running away from the country because, well, in their country, again, their country, it's a relative term, positions of power were given to immensely corrupt, immensely evil people, immensely incompetent people. They literally take away, they kidnapped people, ransom them, etc., etc. And it was tolerated. It was ignored. It was let go. It was let go to fester. It's literally like building a castle on quicksand. The moment you take away the support, it will collapse. So yeah, I cannot blame them. Some of them definitely are these bums, these losers, these criminals. Yeah, must be some, yeah. But not all. If you watch the Mr. Anderson's documentary, you will see there are, well, competent, morally, people with moral integrity, and who well, simply are not in the position to change anything, because what they are saying is something politicians don't want to hear. Western politicians, so they are sidelined. What the fuck? So yeah, mates, this was Logical Checkmate. Thank you for watching my video. I'll catch you in the next one. My rifle, and I have, you know, like ammo there. Oh, that's this is embarrassing.